So I've got some good news about my upcoming stream schedule, and I've got some bad news. Which do you want to hear first? And while I'm waiting for your response, for Wet Lights, the prediction is nowhere to be seen. You're open to accepting am I wearing socks? Well, it doesn't say. Usually it would say, oh, hey, choose prediction outcome, but there's no prediction. So I think it finished, or it ended up as it should have. And yes, I was able to get it up. So you want the bad news first? Probably only 3 to 5 streams for the rest of the month, or until Ascended Heroes. And hello, Vertrums. So probably 3 to 5 streams until the end of the month. That's the bad news, because I have to work on about 10 videos before Ascended Heroes comes out, and that's going to take a ton of time. So it's like 10, I counted it out today, and it's like, wow, I got to do 10 videos by the time Ascended Heroes is out on the 29th. That's crazy. The good news is for, all of February, all of March, most of April, I'll have, no, that is not it. And so basically all end of January after Ascended Heroes, so like those 3 days, all of February, pretty much all of March, pretty much all of April, I'll be streaming regularly because, we get Ascended Heroes, we get the pre-rotation decks, then we get Perfect Order, and oh my god, Perfect Order is a massive disappointment. But they officially announced Expanded, so that's, they officially announced Rotation, and then we'll get to Expanded. But they officially announced that Rotation is happening exactly when I said it would with Perfect Order. It's always funny when people are like, oh, that's just speculation. Pilot doesn't know what he's talking about. It's like, it's an educated guess. I know the Canadian education system isn't very good, but just going on past experience. So I was right about Rotation. You can gift me 100 subs as penance? I don't know what the word is. Just give me 100 subs. And then, yeah, it randomly in the announcement, not on the Pokemon TCG Live forums, but tucked away. Please note, PDCGL does not support all expanded cards after 4 years. Plans are ongoing, so they'll release it in phases. So we might get like a year of X and Y, and then a year of X and Y, and then a year of X and Y. But it's so crazy. As the full set of rules is large and complex, a phased rollout of greater expanded support will help maximize quality and ensure minimal disruptions. Have they looked at their current expanded format? Like, you already have Venusaur and Meganium quadrupling energy when it should only be doubling. They still haven't fixed Mega Heracross. They still haven't fixed Palkia. The Palkia with the Meganium glitch, they haven't fixed that. So it's like, it's not just the fact that the game doesn't work half the time. They also haven't fixed regular just card issues in Standard. Yeah, that's also going to be a problem. So yes, Expanded is probably maybe coming. It's not necessarily good news. It's the fact that they haven't gotten to it yet. But we're playing Gliscor today. And yes, that's how you pronounce it. It's not Glisser, it's Gliscor. Just like how I Gliscored with your mom last night. So that's what it is. Yeah, have to start the stream with a free rant video. Got to. I mean, this is the last new card from Phantasmal Flames that I'll be playing. Next week should be about 3 streams. And that's about it. So it's like, yeah, 3 streams next week. And that's what we got. So it's Gliscor Yuxi. I have an Ambipom deck as well. Never gonna let me down. No, remember, I'm waiting for Pokepad. Pokepad is going to be the end-all be-all, right? Because, yeah, Hippowdon is on the list, because you can really only, like, Hippowdon itself is not rotating, but Reversal Energy is, and you can only play this with Reversal Energy, or I guess Barbaracle, but the whole strategy is that you use Super Sandstorm. So, yeah, I'll get to that pre-rotation, don't you worry. Oh, you want to see some hot Hippo on Hippo action? You're going to see it. Okay, fine. Shiny Ray, there you go. Yeah, Hippowdon, but yeah, this Palkia is still not fixed. Meganium came out in Mega Evolution base set. Meganium came out, what, 6 months ago? 5 months ago? This card is still broken on TCG Live. So notice how it says the attack does 40 damage for each basic energy attached to this Pokemon, not basic energy cards. So this is affected by Meganium, but if you play them together, it doesn't get the boost. So yeah, still broken, because the PTCGL dev definitely cares about the quality of their work. That's why they're taking so long on Expanded, is because they care about quality. But yeah, let's just jump into it. Let's just play some Gliscor. Let's see if we can get to Master Lead. Probably not. Super Smash Star, believe it or not, no. Believe it or not, not a single rant video was planned. You know, if they announce something terrible, then yes, then a rant video will come. Just like me after watching women's volleyball at the Summer Olympics. But no, currently my list of videos is just, you know, regular preview stuff, and it shouldn't be any rants in there, but you never know. What a great starting hand. Would have been a perfect starting hand if we just had a basic, but we don't. Oh, and fun fact, I was facing Dragapult in the test game I played earlier. Prize the Unfair Stamp and the Devolution. So that was fun. All right, well, I'm going to put the Moltres up front. You know, this is just my whacking off version, where it's like, hey, what if we put Moltres in there? And, hey, oh my god, we just... this is just a free KO. And Bertram's, well, I'm planning on doing 3 streams next week. It depends on a lot of things. And see, Azul's not very good at the game when he's not using the streamer client. And Colt, I imagine you'll be gone in about 2 minutes once you realize that the game actually hates me. Because I don't play basic fire energy, I only play 4 luminous. What the hell are they playing? Oh, okay. So yeah, Moltres is going to be kind of good. I think we just win the game, right? Because they don't know this is a spread deck. I think what I might do is, and that deserves a pin. So yeah, if I had a fire energy, this is where it would go. I think all I do is just put the Gligar down. We play with our Poffin. Let's go and get the Uxie if I had one. All right, so let's get a Gligar and a Cleffa. So this is kind of my break in case of emergency. And then, yeah, let's do that. You know what? I'm not really concerned about, you know, the Ogerpon. I'd rather just be able to draw cards next turn for sure. So yeah, let's just Cleffa. We'll go Iono, because I'm pretty sure I win this one. I'm pretty sure I just win this game as long as things don't go terribly, and they better not, or else I'm gonna clap someone's cheeks in a second. All right, so we'll put the Budew down, we'll put the Perilous Jungle down. Look at that, 3 Lilies in the hand. And never gonna let me down? Well, yeah, that probably won't be till next year. They said it'll happen in phases. Yeah, Shiny, well, I think Shiny Ray, what they'll probably do is they'll probably go in blocks, like they'll go in years. So it's like the first year of, the third year of X and Y we'll get, then like 2 months later, we'll get the second year of X and Y. So I imagine it'll be something that they do in phases and not, you know, in any other way. Like it'll just be like, oh yeah, we'll release a year's worth of cards from Expanded at a time. And Double Dragon Energy is very long ago. But yeah, notice how they didn't mention friend battles or ranked in Expanded, just that they maybe might start possibly adding cards. Yeah, 4 wet light, exactly. It's like maybe we might one day possibly add cards to Expanded, but actually doing the thing, who knows? All right, let's see if we can blow their Skin Flute here. Ooh, that's pretty good. So please get some Ogerpon. Oh my god. Well, I mean, I'll take it. You know, it is just another Pokemon we can put on the field. So let's get these 2 guys. We have some Froslasses. That's cool. And then I guess what I do is... yeah, let's just Lilies, because I can always just knock out the Ogerpon if I really want to. I don't think I do. And that is exactly what I don't want to do. All right, so let's put Vengeful Punch there. We'll go, yeah, Counter Catcher this guy. And then, yeah, let's unfair stamp him down to 2. Now what are you going to do, buddy? Yeah, now what are you going to do? I'm playing an unfair deck. All right, well, let's just go crazy. Let's start Gliscor, and like it's a Friday night and I'm going to your house pretending like I want to play some Call of Duty, but it's actually just to spend time with your mom. All right, there we go. 100% opponent drew Lillie. Well, hey, Lillie is fine. They still can't retreat. So this is the cool thing with Gliscor, is that you can play it with Froslass, you can play it with Perilous Jungle, you can put in Vengeful Punch as well. And then, of course, I gave them a... and then, or just the Giraffe Radiant Enhanced Hammer. That is amazing. That is absolutely amazing. But the fun fact is, we can still just draw 8 cards this turn. I'm not stressing. I'm not too concerned right now. We're going to get some Frostlasses. You know, I have 3 counter catchers. It's just, you know, this is what PTCGL does to me. All right, so let's maximize. Let's pretend like we're on Beast Wars and maximize our chances of getting a Gliscor and an energy. And then fail to get a Gliscor and an energy. And also, what the hell? All right, well, we're knocking out the stupid Ogerpon. That thing's face is getting punched in right now. And then I guess we go Ultra Ball away that. And I guess Gligar. And let's get a Froslass, even though we're getting rid of all their things. But I just want to have a Froslass on the field in case they start to put, you know, abilities down. But they can't really do anything next turn. Right? Because remember, Heracross only does 100 damage. So Heracross doing 100 damage is very bad for them. And there's the Uxie that we needed. So yeah, so is this what Azul experienced? Is, you know, you give your opponent the 1 card in their deck that actually helps them? Yeah, so for next week, I'm thinking revisit Mega Gengar, see how Alakazam EX is doing. And then I think there was something else I wanted to try, but just I'm looking at all these decks and it's like, this deck gets better if, okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'm just looking at all the decks and it's like, hey, this gets better if I add Pokepad. Oh, this gets better if I add Pokepad. Yeah, those are definitely pilot hands. Wait, what the hell? Wait, what? What? Excuse me? Excuse me, sir? Could you explain yourself, please? And Jaw, that doesn't surprise me. Oh yeah, I understand that that's probably for a Moltres, but why? Is it just for Golden Go? But then, but like Hydrapple can deal with Golden Go. Right, you're not like, oh my god, I gotta deal with that, Golden Go, and you just play Hydrapple. Is Mad Party still a thing? I will be revisiting that. That's another thing I'll be revisiting. There's like every deck you can think of, I will be revisiting pre-rotation, so that'll be February, March. It's just, if we get Pokepad in Ascended Heroes, that changes the entire landscape. That changes everything so vastly, it's insane. But if we don't get Pokepad, it's gonna be rough. So yeah, I know you all watched my video yesterday, and it's kind of funny because I reused the same stream, the same video title. Mega Venusaur again. No, we're not playing. Mega Venusaur is bad. Mega Venusaur is garbage. No one's gonna play Mega Venusaur because they know it's terrible. Yeah, we know for a fact that N Zekrom is in the set. That was confirmed a little while ago. So that's not a shock. Do I Air Balloon and just Budew KO? No, because I don't really need the Uxie. Yeah, like I don't. Yes, the ETB promo and Super Smash card. Oh, I do that sometimes on purpose. And sometimes I say I do it on purpose so people comment on the video because I'm smart like that. Yeah, so again, we're still waiting for Pokepad, and in the video yesterday, I just reused the title from the Phantasmal Flames one, because when Phantasmal Flames was announced to have, what was it, 94 cards? I was like, I'm really worried about Phantasmal Flames. And then I was right. You know, we did end up getting a few good cards, but it's like there was five really good cards in the set. Battle Cage hasn't done nearly as much as we thought. And then, like, for Perfect Order, that's going to really suck. Right? Perfect Order is going to be really tough. Okay, so if I... Hang on, you're doing 220. Wait, is that a knockout? Is that just game? Yeah, I wasn't really doing the math. But it's from an overall competitive standpoint, right? It's like there might be 5 good cards. Like right now I can say for a fact, Meowth EX and Barbaracle are the only 2 really actually good cards in Perfect Order, and we know roughly half of the cards in the set. And Jose, hey, don't you speak bad about a card that's terrible. Well, you don't want Lumineon 2.0? And yeah, so if you want to answer them, you know, the answer to the question is why is all the feet stuff happening? It's because before I started talking about feet, I was a small YouTube channel. After I started talking about feet, I was a less small YouTube channel. And Never Gonna Let Me Down. No, it's not that, you know, it's because if they were doing that, they wouldn't give us like Mega Charizard, right? Because Mega Charizard can do a bajillion damage to like 4 energy. And oh yeah, and because I'm not going to be streaming that much, I think I might hold back some gameplay videos, because if you looked at the views, what the hell is this? All right, because if you look at the views for my gameplay videos, they're not doing great, but like the Perfect Order, ooh, it's the Rotom deck. Like the views for the Perfect Order video, which was the reused title of the Phantasmal Flames video, #1 video by far of the year. And Never Gonna Let Me Down, true. But yeah, like, you know, I don't think it's entirely intentional the way they're handling this. It's sort of like, hey, we need to, you know, stop making such good cards. But the problem with printing less powerful cards is that it makes the older cards that were powerful even better, which is why Dragapult EX is going to do such insane things. All right, I mean, I guess I drop Perilous Jungle like it's my pants. So yeah, so gameplay videos, unless I do something crazy next week, like this is not going to be a gameplay video on the YouTube channel, so feel free to talk bad about the YouTube audience. I will post it on the VODs channel. Yeah, like you look at it, like Alakazam is going to be a top 5 deck post-rotation. It's looking like we're not sure, but it's looking like Alakazam will be a top 5 deck. Zoroark might be a top 5. Dragapult will be a top 5. And then it's like, it's kind of open. Like Grimmsnarl Froslass should be a top 5 deck. But like I was looking at this, like what are the top 10 decks going to be post-rotation? It's wide open. Okay. So to make up for the lost revenue of posting a gameplay video, everyone here has to gift 10 subs to everyone else. That's the only way it makes financial sense. All right, so I can win this one, maybe? I don't know. This is going to be interesting. I can maybe win this one. I'm not sure, though. So we'll go Perilous Jungle. Yeah, it'll just be kind of what we get off of this will kind of determine things here. Hey, there's a Uxie. All right, so let's go Budew down, Uxie down, and we got nothing. 4 wet lights, I got some bad news. No, Kyurem doesn't rotate, but Xatu rotates, and Reversal Energy rotates. And Super Smash Card, all you got to do is watch Trust Your Pilot's YouTube channel. I should probably update that sets command, though. No, so Reversal and Xatu rotate, so that's really going to hurt. But we do get Pokepad. Like, unfortunately, Snorlax just gets kind of bodied by rotation, but because we get Pokepad, things are kind of okay. And yeah, I'm pretty certain we lose this game. What, extremely slow deck? I don't know if there is one. Please tell me we have the Cleffa. Hey, we have the Cleffa. All right, so let's go Snorunt. Yeah, let's do that. And I guess Vengeful Punch. So we go Night Stretcher for Gligar. Gligar, Vengeful Punch. I know it helps their damage, but honestly, that doesn't matter. I don't think it actually matters. All right, then we go Unfair Stamp. I guess I would like to bring... Okay, we got nothing. That's cool. That's great. That's fan-flippin-tastic. So I still need to draw some cards, but, you know, it's not like I play 4 Iono and 4 Lillie or anything. But, like, we're going to see a bunch of changes post-rotation. It's going to be very interesting to see, like, yeah, what's going to be the new slow deck for Guardy players? Because we'll have Mega Gardevoir, but that's not going to be really a thing. You know, Smoochum. We got the Smoochum. But with Turbo Energize, with Evolution, with De-Evolution, Masochist Master, Bader, welcome in. Okay, so they put down the Totsadiri because they don't believe. They don't think I have more Perilous Jungle. Yeah, this is actually kind of a nightmare matchup because we hit the Rotom EX for weakness, right? If we didn't hit the Rotom EX for weakness, that would actually be beneficial for us because then we could just trap it, but they don't have abilities. My Uxie kind of gets knocked out. I mean, this guy can't... This guy has a 2 retreat cost, so we want to bring up the Wash Rotom and then start Uxieing, but we need to be able to, you know, do the thing. So I put the Froslass into play. Oh, God, we got to sit through this every single turn. We have to sit through that every single turn, by the way. Okay, we got that. So I have a choice here. Neither of them are particularly good. I can hope that we get the cards that we need. Or I can... let's just Luminous and then Iono. Like, I know I can guarantee Countercatcher, but I also have to bump the Battle Cage. So that's going to be a little difficult, and we didn't get it. So I think in this situation, how many Countercatcher are we down? 0? Okay, so we'll Countercatcher this one. And then I'll Itchy Pollen. So the reason I Countercatcher this one instead of the Wash Rotom, which is the one I want to trap... Oh, God, we got to sit every single turn. Every turn we have to sit through that animation. And we have to do it twice per Froslass. Oh my God, this game. Oh God. But yeah, so the reason is because I want them to attach an energy to this one or an air balloon. And then I want to bring up this one. So yeah, I want them to waste an energy and then make it tougher to retreat this one later. So yeah, oh, what's that? You want to add expanded to this game? You want to add more cards to this game? Yeah, you can't even get the Battle Cage Froslass animation from breaking the game and making it 10 times longer than it needs to be. What's that? You want to add expanded? Great. Can't wait. Okay, so I guess I just go up with Gliscor because they get knocked out due to poison if I can find a Perilous Jungle, which isn't terrible. Or I can just bring up the Rotom EX and prevent retreating. But again, we're not really in a great spot right now because we don't have the Perilous Jungle. But if I get Perilous Jungle, this gets knocked out due to poison. Experience share doesn't activate. What the crap? This game hates me. I hate your face. You can suck my butt. Oh, okay. We prized our other Perilous Jungle. Or are there 2 Perilous? How many Perilous Jungle do I got? I think I put like 2 or 3 in here. Okay, so then in this situation, we bring up the Rotom EX. I will put that into play, and then we go Poison Rain. The current expanded has bugs. That's the thing. The current expanded has several bugs. And also, hopefully they don't realize that they lose. Oh, yeah. And oh, right. The Froslass. Crap. The Froslass is going to start doing Froslass things. So they're going to lose one of the tools on the Wash Rotom, but then it actually might work in their favor, because then they can slap another Rotom down and then attach an Air Balloon. So it's actually not the smartest play to do this, but I didn't really have a choice because we're probably going to lose, because I prized all my damn Perilous Jungle. All right, yeah, I guess I just have to... Oh, my God. They remember, they want to add 1,000 new cards to this game this year. They want to add 1,000 cards, and we still got to sit through Froslass 1-by-1 animation. I wish they were features. Okay, so we're not completely out of it. I do have to knock out the Rotom. We're taking 2 prizes. Hopefully one of them's a Perilous Jungle. They have to discard a thing. You made a mistake there, 4 Wet Lights. You put an S on the word that doesn't deserve an S. And the PDCGL dev isn't here today. I like how you both made the same joke. You know, you both made the exact same joke, Razul and Leah. Congratulations. So I am curious how I win this game. Because I don't have a way to do anything. And we also don't have Perilous Jungle. And there's the Rotom. But again, I can just do the thing I just did. Right? I can counter catcher the Rotom EX. I can Gliscor. Assuming we still have it. Right, there's a chance we just don't got it like that. But yeah, I mean, we're keeping kind of pace. We're kind of keeping pace here. If they didn't have the battle cage, I'd just be able to like UC like 4 times and then win pretty easily. There's one dev. There's only one person working on the game. All right, so we go Gligar in the active. Oh, let's see. Oh, we got to do it again. Of course. Got to do it one more time. Oh, they thought the word was singular. They're trying to be funny. They don't realize that, you know, the jokes should only be reserved for me. I'm the only funny guy here. Funny looking, am I right? All right, so we need to put double Gliscor and a Fighting Energy back in the deck. And The Other Guys is a great movie, by the way. So let's put... I mean, do I really need to put the Gligar down? Not really, right? Like, what's the point? All right, so let's cut the Gligar and the Arven. Go get Gliscor. So we have a counter catcher and an Air Balloon and a counter gain. But I think it's just counter catcher the Rotom EX, right? Counter catcher, Air Balloon. Bring up the Rotom EX. And then Poison Rain. And then we just win with the Ursaluna. Because remember, the Ursaluna is going to get hit by Froslass. That is going to be slightly annoying is when we get hit with the Froslass. But, I mean, if we can... We're going to Iono them to 1, essentially, right? Like, I know I'm going to get Iono to 1, but they're also going to get Iono to 1. And remember, because of the nature of Gadget Show... Oh, no, sorry, I was thinking of Bronzong. I was like, oh, I can't put the Air Balloon in play. No, I can put the Air Balloon in play. That doesn't matter. And do I even need to attack? I don't think I need to attack here, right? So let's go. Let's put the air balloon on you. And then I can Lilies. Yeah, like this is realistically just going to come down to me winning or not. This is going to come down to whether or not I can win. Expert level commentary as always by Trust Your Pilot. Yeah, for a matchup like this, it would have been nice if I had more Vengeful Punch and, you know, if I had Perilous Jungle, because that would have easily won me the game. There it is. And then I should have used Lilies because I should have known I was going to get the Iono off the prizes. And yeah, Colt gets it. Colt gets it. And they got an Iono. Well, no, you're not allowed to do that. That's my move. It's like how my move in the bedroom is to jackhammer for 2 minutes straight and then be done and ask, did you have fun? Okay, so yeah, we are big screwed now. But I couldn't, realistically, I couldn't put the Ursaluna down. Like, I guess maybe I should have to prepare for an Iono. But I thought we wouldn't get that screwed. I didn't think we'd get that screwed by the game. And yet you're not subbing, Little Frizz, so clearly you don't understand it as much as you think you do. There's a Lilies. Okay, so we want to play the Skin Flute. Oh my god, there's a Fez. And then, yeah, we want to attach to the Froslass. We want to go Lilies. All I need is a Blood Moon Ursaluna. Oh my god, we didn't get the Ursaluna. Are you freaking kidding me? Well, they win the game. God, if only I'd been able to get that Pheasantipity sooner, we would have won. So yeah, it was close. If we just hadn't prized the stupid Perilous Jungle, and I think I have 3. I'm going to be completely honest. I can't remember if I put 2 or 3. I feel like I have 3, but I might have had to cut one. Might have had to cut some wind. And also, you know, I put Moltres and Azelf in the deck for some reason because I'm a weirdo. Oh my god. Every single time with the Battle Cage Froslass interaction. But yeah, so like I said, next week probably 3 streams, and then if something tickles my feet, what are you doing? You have game. And we're not allowed to see the end screen, just PDCGL got mad at us. All right, so this one had 2 Perilous Jungle. Okay, so it's fine, but it's still a little annoying. And don't worry, I have a Munkidori build, we'll be fine. And I also prepped a couple things here to talk about. Because I know people enjoy me talking about the cards on stream, even after they've watched the video 5 times, liked and subscribed, and shared the video with all their friends on Tumblr. So Decky Dewey, I almost made a mistake with Decky Dewey. I was very 12 supporters, by the way, 12 supporters. Dill Daddy, thank you for the bits that won't show up on screen because you have to give me 50. I almost didn't notice that it was ignore all colorless in this Pokemon's attack, and I was going to say you attack for free, but no, you attack for 1 grass. But this card is great. You know, if Crushing Hammer wasn't being reprinted and if Enhanced Hammer didn't exist, I don't think it would be nearly as good. But Crushing Hammer's being reprinted, Enhanced Hammer exists, Handy Fan is in play. So Decidueye is just going to be really good. Like, I don't think it's going to be top 10, but top 20 is very, very likely. Just because, remember, we have Forest of Vitality, we have Bug Catching Set, we're getting Pokepad. So it has all the tools it needs to succeed. And there we go, Dill Daddy. So I'm just super excited for Decidueye. It's looking better than all of the Megas. Like, Mega Starmie's crap. Mega Starmie, I'm always a little hesitant to say a Mega is bad because it's like, you know, Mega Kangaskhan and Absol didn't look good and then they got good. And Dildaddy, but you need me to shout you out. That's the only reason people give me money, so I say their name. And yeah, the only two bad matchups for this Gliscor deck are anything with Munkidori and Dragapult. And every deck these days is playing Munkidori. But yeah, Decidueye is just really good. You play the Vivian, you put them down to 4 cards every single turn, or you play 4 Judge, or both. And then you just do all the things. And Leah, you're the only person who's excited for Steven's Metagross. You might want to get yourself checked out. And they're actually here. What the crap? So I think this is actually a competitive deck, because as I pointed out in the video, there's also the Lilligant that boosts the damage. Oh, this is a terrible matchup for us. So the way that I win this is I have to have one of my 12 supporters in my starting hand. As long as I have one of my 12 supporters in... Okay. You always say Villain? Well, that's what Tricky Jim calls it. I will not be saying what Mahone pronounces Coffegregious, though. But yeah, so Decky Dewey is just good. You can do 300 damage if you really want to. We're facing off against someone with an 80 ranking. So Decky Dewey, excited for it. It has just a lot of things to make it good. Mega Starmie, though. I don't believe in this card. You know, Nebula Beam is fine because you can go, it can be, you know, your cornerstone counter. Just a better version of Lopunny. You'd have to specify which ex-wife. Yeah, like, I don't believe in it. 120 and 50 in a world without de-evolution? Like, if you're saying, oh my god, we don't have a supporter again. We're lacking a supporter again. 12 supporters. And we're facing off against Ethan's Typhlosion Zard with Brassius. Yeah, like, if I'm playing a water-type Mega that attacks, there we go, that attacks for a single water energy, I'm playing Mega Froslass. I'm not playing Starmie. Right? There's just no world where I'm playing, you know, one over the other. All right, so we want to go Snorunt Uxie. We want to attach to the Uxie. And then we want to go Air Balloon on the active, which is kind of unfortunate because then I can't counter gain it, but it'll be fine. Well, that might not be the name they use. And also, can we talk about Tyranno Guts? That's Tyrantrum's ability's name is called Tyranno Guts, and they might want to think about changing that. Yeah, just, does anyone actually believe in this card? I don't see how this can be good. Oh, they showed their hand. They went to get the premature Quilava. All right, my turn. And then, of course, we get another stupid Iono. I want to be all up in those Tyranno Guts. Okay, so, I mean, we got Gligar. That's cool. Let us... sure, let's just retreat. And then I guess I go Voluminous Energy. And we Painful Memories. And Never Gonna Let Me Down. Well, yeah, you're one of my... you watch a video as soon as it's uploaded, so you know. I talked about Pokemon League fossil thing, Pokemon Fossil Research Lab. I talked about Amistar V. And DC Fan. Oh, I'm going to as well. Like, I pretty much have to. Like, it's not a card you can build a deck around, is what I'm trying to say, I guess, right? But you still get a notification. You put the phone in your pants and you have it set to vibrate when I upload a video. So you know. You get woken up at 2 o'clock in the morning. Oh, pilot uploaded. Did they seriously just get... Did I just Iono them into Arven for Typhlosion? But wait, do they even have... They have one Ethan's Adventure in there, so that's only a hundo. So that's okay. Oh, we're golden. And they have to get rid of an energy? There's another Poffin. All right, so let's go Gligar. I guess we go get another Gligar, because what? I don't think I need a third Froslass down, because Typhlosion doesn't have an ability. Quilava has an ability. So, like, maybe I should, but, like, the odds of me getting 3 Froslass are very, very slim. The odds of me getting any Froslass are 0. And then we hit nothing off the accompanying flute. This game loves me, doesn't it? Press 1 if you think this game loves me. And Dill Daddy, no, I will not be going to any regionals. I don't play IRL because I was banned for taking pictures of people's feet. It wasn't that I was banned for that. It was because I didn't want to take pictures of the feet of one of the judges because they were nasty, and so they banned me for that. Don't you mean Jirachi EX? Boomers know what I'm talking about when I say Jirachi EX. Banned for staring at LDF's feet? No, I'm LDF's personal foot photographer. What are you talking about? I'm his photographer. Get it? His footographer. His footographer. Mods, pin that. Pin that comment. That's a tier 1 comment right there. You better freaking pin that, or I'm gonna buddy blast your butt straight to hell. Okay, so thank you, Clam Burglar. Dill Daddy, hopefully it was in the bathroom and not on the floor, because they don't like that kind of obscenity. All right, so I think what I do is just counter catcher. Oh no, we don't want to counter catcher anybody, so we're just winning this game. I don't want to counter catcher anybody because we're literally just going to win the game. Why do anything when nothing? Where the hell are all the Froslass? Where the hell are all the Froslass? I'm having a mental breakdown right here. Where the hell did all the Froslass go? Okay, but we can Night Stretcher and Uxie again, and also their Typhlosion's getting knocked out due to poison. Yeah, where's all the Froslass? This game is a free win. I have 3 Froslass in the deck. This battle's a free win if I just have Froslass. Yeah, this was a deck that saw a lot of play in Japan. I haven't seen like anyone play this over here, but Typhlosion with like a 2/1/2 Charizard, just because I guess I don't understand the Charizard though, right? Like, is it real? Is it just for sucking butts? Is it just for Dusknoir and Dragon Ball? But even then, I'm totally fine just playing Typhlosion on its own. I don't think you need Charizard, right? I'd rather just play Typhlosion with the Dunsparce or Victini, and then you have room for Psyduck and shit. Okay, they have a lot of Charmander. Admin Cubone, you have a lot of Charmander in that deck. Yeah, like, I don't understand. Like, it's just a lot of work for something I don't think you need to do. Thank you, Clam Burglar. Okay, so I think we just shut off their items. And, no, we have to TM Evolvify here. All right, so let's Arven for TM Evolution and, I guess, Counter Catcher? Don't I have a Cleffa in the deck? No, we don't. I mean, I think I need the Counter Catcher. All right, so let's go Night Stretcher for a basic energy. Doesn't matter which one. It would be nice if, yeah, I guess it does matter if I put it on the Gligar, because if they decide to gust around it. And then we go TM Evolution. Yeah, we want the Typhlosion to get knocked out due to poison, because then Vengeful Punch doesn't activate. We get the double Froslass. Yeah, I did. So if you go back and read that tweet where I said I'm no longer excited for Perfect Order because it's such a small set size, literally 95% of the people who replied to that were collectors and like, oh, I think a small set size is great. It helps me collect the cards that I need. And scalpers are going to hate it. And it's like, I'm a competitive player. And Shiny Ray, unfortunately, Leah pandered to me more. So Leah gets the pin. But what I thought was funny is that somebody mentioned that this is going to, Perfect Order is going to be one of the least scalp sets because there's nothing in it that scalpers are going to want. Right? Like, didn't all the scalpers move to One Piece? Well, no, they'll always come back to Pokemon. Pokemon's always number one. But remember, the Pokemon Company also acquired another campus or whatever to do more printing. So that's going to hurt the market, which is going to be better for, you know, actual players. Yeah, I kind of figured they'd go for a Froslass here. But that's fine with me. Okay, so is it time to de-evolution? I don't think so, right? Yeah, Perfect Order is going to be a massive disappointment from a scalper perspective because it's like, what's in it that's interesting? There's nothing in it that's interesting. Okay, so if I bring up this guy, I do 50, 80, so that would get knocked out due to the thing. So I think what I do is I just Luminous. Let's Arven. Let's get Vengeful Punch and Counter Catcher. Get that guy. Okay, then we go Retreat into you. I want to Poison Ring. All right, so they're not going to expect what I'm about to do to them. Yeah, I just thought it was funny that, like, you think about it, the set's really bad. Yeah, well, the reason Meowth is going to do really well is because it's competitive, right? It's like Pokemon that are collectible are always number one, and then competitiveness is what follows. So Meowth is going to be, like, it's going to follow the same trajectory as Lumineon, where it's going to, and, like, I don't think it'll be as expensive as Pheasantipity was at its peak. But, you know, Pheasantipity got reprints and stuff. All right, so let's see if we can win the game by bringing up the Thigh Explosion. I can't prevent it from retreating. Ooh, hello. But I can do this. So let's go. Yeah, let's play with our balls. Let's go get a Snorunt. I know I can get the Ursaluna, but I don't want to do that. Oh, nope. We want that. Okay, then we go Lily's Determination. That is unfortunate. Okay, cool. That is highly unfortunate. So I can't do anything this turn. Can't really do anything this turn. Yeah, I didn't get it. I unfortunately did not get it. All right, so we just kind of have to Snorunt and then Poison Jab. Well, I think Jirachi and Tapu Lele made sense, but then it was Lumineon and now Meowth. Right? Like, Jirachi and Tapu Lele made sense because they were, you know, legendary, mythicals or whatever. As long as they don't have a Night Stretcher. Aw, crap. There's no way you... Yeah, there's no way you have more energy. You have 2 energy in the discard pile and 5 energy in... Ah, crap. Oh, crap. Wait, what? Now you're just flexing on me. Now you're just flexing on me. Yeah, but like there's no Charizard, there's no Pikachu. It's gonna be a small set, so the pull rates will be low or high. Which one means which? Yeah, I think we just lose now. God, this was such an easily winnable matchup. All right, well, let's go that and that. We're doing a Hail Mary here. I think I Night Stretcher for the Budew. And then just see if I can shut off their items for the rest of the game, and maybe that'll be enough. Highly doubt it, but you never know. And Java, when is Toronto Regionals? Toronto Regionals. So it's next week. Oh, so yeah, so then I definitely won't be streaming next week. And they got it like that. Damn it. All right, so we'll switch to a different build of Gliscor that's less UC intensive. And grow grass energy. Like, when you first read this, you're like, great, grass Pokemon get plus 20 hit points. But as I pointed out in the video, it doesn't work with Meganium's ability, it doesn't work with Mega Venusaur's ability, and it doesn't work with Teal Masked Ogerpon's ability. So 2 of the 3 best grass Pokemon don't get to take advantage of it. So it's like, what's the point? And touch grass energy, that's a good one. Mods should pin that one. But yeah, grow grass energy, it's like, it doesn't work with 2 out of the 3 best grass types, so what's the point? You know, like, because most grass decks are going to be playing either Meganium or Ogerpon. You know, yes, you could put it in Decidueye and give Decidueye 20 plus 20 hit points. The problem with that strategy is Decidueye, you'd have to play Hilda. But you already are going to be playing Pokepad and Bug Catching set, so you should be fine in terms of consistency. Like, we're going to have Pokepad and Bug Catching set and Ultra Ball. And it's like, you don't want to have to put in a Meowth to find Hilda to find your Grow Grass Energy when Bug Catching set can just find your Grass Energy. And, oh yeah, and we got the English versions of Meowth and Mega Zygarde. Let me see if I can grab it. Let me see if I can grab him by the pussycat. There we go. All right, well, they're not going to know what the hell Gligar does. Okay, so Meowth and Fezandipity are both weak to fighting, so I think Mega Lucario probably ends up being a top 10 deck. Right, like, it probably ends up being a top 10 deck simply because the 2 best support Pokemon are weak to fighting. Oh, this is great. Okay, I gotta hide that for a sec. You're about to witness greatness. Greatness is about to burst from my pants here. Okay, so let's put double Snorunt down. Yup, we got all the things. Let's go Nest Ball for another Munkidori. Yeah, you want to play Gardevoir? Let's see who's got the better monkey. I can spank my monkey harder than you can. Okay. Yeah, I think we're going to be okay. I'll put the Ting-Lu down. Auto win, damn straight. And Kelsey couldn't agree more. You know, it's rare that a woman makes a good point, but you made a good point. I'm assuming you're a woman. I can't remember if you're part of the 5% or not. I'm sorry, I always associate Kelsey with as a woman's name, even though the most famous Kelsey is a man. So it's usually, I associate gender fluid names with like who's the most famous person with that name. And I'm not talking about Travis Kelsey. I'm talking about Kelsey Grammer. And honestly, for that Travis Kelsey joke in the video, I couldn't think of anyone else. I was like, I could do Patrick Mahomes, but then people probably don't know who Patrick Mahomes' wife is and why that'd be a bad wife swap. So I just went with Taylor Swift. And yeah, I think probably 2% now. And I can't tell. So, you know, this is a safe space. I don't think it's in bad taste, and I think it's funny because it's not in bad taste, and it kind of plays into the whole point of the show and the, you know, the jokey atmosphere that they have. So the attack name of Meowth EX is Tucktail. The joke I was going to make is that, oh, the Pokemon Company must have been watching a lot of RuPaul's Drag Race lately, Because I think that's what they do on the show is they tuck tail. Get it? Like get it? That tuck because they have to tuck. Because you'll get it if you watch the show. But that might be perceived negatively on the internet. Like I'm not opposed to, you know, being that guy. But I just feel like it'd be might be received slightly negatively, and I'll give them the Artazon in case they want to do that. So I think it's funny, but somebody might think it's in bad taste. But I'm not really worried about that. And that's the thing, yeah. I don't know how much crossover there is between RuPaul's Drag Race and Trust Your Pilot videos. And if you read Last Ditch Catch, so I'll talk about this more in the full Perfect Order preview video on next Sunday. No, not tomorrow, next Sunday. But Last Ditch Catch, if you read the second, or if you read the last sentence of the ability, you can't use more than one ability that has Last Ditch in its name each turn. Either they're future-proofing, or they're giving us more Last Ditch attacks in the future. And like there might be like a Persian or like another cat. Like they might do like, remember when they had Catterday, the Catterday line of things? They might do that with Meowth and just have like other last ditch abilities. Where it might be like a basic where if one of your Pokemon was knocked out, they're taking a knockout with Gardevoir EX, obviously, duh. Ah, yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point, because there's Galarian Meowth, and then there's Alolan Meowth. So that kind of makes sense. Or it could just be like a Catterday thing where just a bunch of cats have the ability where it's like, if one of your Pokemon was just knocked out, you can slap this down from hand and go get a supporter. And they could do that with like a non-EX cat. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. It could just be future proofing because remember they did that with you know, on Pheasant, or sorry, the Pidove and the Aerodactyl where they mentioned the EX versions just to future proof them. Wow, you don't normally associate a Gardevoir player with taking forever when their turn, when they have nothing on the field. This is like a 4-minute turn. Like I've already talked about RuPaul's Drag Race and Tuck and Tail and all that. And they still haven't finished their turn. Well, I think I just go triple Munkidori, right? I think I just go triple Munkidori. Entei is a cat, and you can't convince me otherwise. All right, yeah, this is just Froslass Munkidori Budew, apparently. There's no Gliscor, but you know you gotta do what you gotta Budew what you gotta Budew. So let's go get yeah, do I just bring up? Actually, no, we'll stamp them. Nah, we're gonna stamp them. We're gonna pretend like we're going to the post office and we're gonna stamp them. Well, that's another reason definitely to suck all the butts. Okay, so we'll bring up the Fez and then we'll win. No, we are not gonna de-evolution. We're gonna knock out the Guardy the way God intended. With our feet bare as the day we were born. Entei makes me stiff. All right, all right, let's go end turn. As long as they didn't get a stupid energy, we'll be fine. Press 1 if we stamp them into an energy. Press 2 if PDCGL will actually like me for once. And Jose, because PDCGL is a well-made game. So yeah, that's one of the videos is next Sunday or maybe Saturday, depending on, you know, if I can get it up really quickly. And chlamydia, yeah, they got it all. No, we're fine. We win the game. So their Munkidori gets knocked out. I can go Earthen Vessel for a fighting. Wow, we're just out of energy. So we need to make sure we heal the monkey. Like we're a Saiyan and we're facing down Frieza, baby. Freezer, what are you doing with that finger? All right, so here we go. And then let's crash the ground, baby. Let's storm the gates. Let's crash the ground. Let's tease ABC with getting the de-evolution, then not actually using it, because that's funny. I guess I should get the Night Stretcher. All right, so yeah, we just kind of sauced them up, didn't we? We just kind of absolutely sauced them up. You know, imagine trying to face a spread deck as a Gardevoir player, and you let me get 3 Munkidori set up. Yeah, it's fitting that you have a Master Ball next to your name, because you're way past blue balls. You're all the way to purple balls. All right, so the Gardevoir gets knocked out even if they retreat. Not much they can do anymore. Gardevoir kind of just gets knocked out. I think we do lose our Munkidori pretty quick. And density, well, we'll probably get like 1 card on December 31st of this year, and it'll break the game, and then we'll have to wait till 2028 until they try again. But it's news that they're working on a game that's been available for 4 years and is almost a quarter of the game that PTCGO was when it shut down. That's how low our expectations are. Wow, oh my god. You know, if this was just a regular deck and they weren't playing Gardevoir, we would be... This game would not be taking forever. Yeah, Leah, yeah, they never broke Prism Energy 2 separate times. That never happened. And Kelsey, why are they still playing the game? Because they think I'm going to make this into a YouTube video. This is VOD channel exclusive stuff. Because, yeah, just the more I thought about it, the more I was like, yeah, Gligar, Gliscor, they don't really deserve their own video. Because you look at the Scrafty video, that's my worst performing gameplay video of, like, the past 6 months. So I've kind of realized, yeah, people don't want to watch gameplay videos anymore. Going back to what I said, Phantasmal Flames is terrible and massively disappointing, and oh my god, it sucks. All right, so let's go get, I guess, just Budew, right? We get Budew. Oh yeah, the monkey, don't worry, the monkey's getting knocked out this turn. I am guaranteeing that much at least. The monkey is getting spanked. I'm spanking that monkey this turn as hard as I possibly can. Wait, would I have won this turn if they didn't suck? Oh, I guess I could have also mind bended. That would have been a thing I could have done. All right, so let's go. Yep, take it from you. 1, 2, 3. Take it from you. 1, 2, 3. And then, unfortunately, this is the way the math, this is, you know, the way the cookie crumbles. I have to 1, 2, 3. So they will be able to activate Pheasantipity, but I don't care. They literally can't do anything next turn. I guess I should have attached a Luminous to a Munkidori just to be able to have a decent attack next turn. But all I have to do is knock out their Fez for game, and I have the knockout of Fez for game next turn with just the monkeys. You know, it's always nice to sauce up Sasa Badek and Colt, thank you. You're a true sub. You know, I'm a Dom, you're a sub, you're a true sub. And Kelsey, what do you mean it went platinum in my house? But yeah, just the views are way down. You know, I might revisit Expanded. I don't know, but with the announcement, oh my god, they still haven't fixed that Iono either. But I still, you know, I still kind of want to showcase the best Expanded decks, but with the announcement that Expanded is happening, I don't know. Like, is it even worth it at this point? I have no idea. Why haven't they conceded? That's literally GG. Why have you not conceded? Just... And they're still here. Okay, they clearly want to waste our time. You know, there's a time and a place where conceding is bad and where conceding is good. This is one of those situations... There we go. This is one of the situations where conceding early is expected. Froslass was the MVP, by the way. And density, the problem is that with the expanded announcement, I don't know if it's worth it because they gave us the most impossibly vague timeline. Right? It's not, oh, we're going to start doing it next month. We're going to start doing it in March or April or May. It's, you know, later this year. You know, later this year. At some point in the next 12 months. At some point in the next 12 months, we may or may not start slowly rolling it out. Very, very, oh, hey, it's Iono's Belly Bolt. Very helpful. Thank you. Thank you so much, PDCGL Dev. And that's not even the PDCGL Dev sending out this. This is just the Pokemon Company International. They didn't even post it on the forums. So, yeah, just, I was planning on doing like these are the top 3 decks in expanded video, and it'd be Reggie, Drago, Lugia, and whatever else was number 1 or number 3. But the fact that it could be outdated as quickly as I put it out, then I'm shying away from it a little bit. And I kind of already have my schedule set up for the next three months or so. Because for the rest of this month, it's just, you know, a foot full of stragglers from Phantasmal Flames that interest me. And then all the Ascended Heroes decks, which are numerous and plentiful. Huh. Do I take the risk? No, I can't. I can't take the risk with Crispin because their deck is full of abilities. So it's like, as much as I want to take the risk, I can't take the risk. And we did just get the TM Evolution, so that's pretty goated. How many Froslass we got? We got 2, so then it's double Gligar, baby. And we'll put a Munkidori down because why the heck not? So let's go TM Evolution, Luminous Energy, and then the old... Actually, you know what? Let's not do the double Froslass. That's boring. We'll go 1 Gligar, or 1 Gliscor, 1 Froslass. At least mix it up a little bit. Yeah, the dev still hasn't read it. Yeah. Yeah, it must have been a Canadian. And density, yeah, so it's just tough to say, but I already have like 8 to 10 videos that have to go live before the end of this month, or before Ascended Heroes on the 29th. So that's a lot of work. And then Ascended Heroes, it's like, I think realistically, I'll get like 15 new decks out of Ascended Heroes. So that's like, what, 4 weeks of videos, 3-4 weeks of videos. And then it's a month of pre-rotation. That'll take us up to, you know, March 15th, whatever. And then that's when all the Perfect Order preview stuff happens. And then Perfect Order comes out. And then that'll be the end of March and then first half of April. And yeah, Canary's not out yet. They're getting the practice in. And then, you know, we'll have a May set. So it's like, I'm pretty much loaded. You know, I'm pretty much full up until, you know, mid-April on what I'm doing. Kind of sad that I have the next 3.5 months of my life planned out, but whatever. Okay, so we're not in the best spot, but I can just go Crispin for fighting in darkness and do the thing. Oh, they're also 1 energy short on the Belly Bolt. Chlamydia? No. No. I do not do this full time, clearly. If I did this full time, I would be streaming a lot more. All right, so they're going to take an electric steamer all over my face. And I'm plugging away on that project. So that project I've been teasing for like years at this point. It's still in the works, but it's like a huge project. Like I'm planning on making like a full year's worth of weekly videos. So if I end up dying, then you'll never actually know. The joke's on all of you. All right, so let's go Crispin. Luckily, we didn't prize too many things. That's good. And then we go Fighting Energy. Really wish I had a good card. All right, so if I'm going to take a prize, right? We know we're taking a prize in this situation. Let's go 1, 2. I mean, I can get another Froslass. I can get... No, I think we just Poison Ring, take the KO, and see what we get off of our top deck. Leah, well, hey, a Pokemon Foot tier list. That's not in the list of videos, but that's still a video I'm hoping to do one day. But I just, I have so many other videos, and that huge project is going to take a long time. But if I do get it done in time, it could be good. And do you know what's crazy? Is we're getting another simultaneous TCG Pocket and TCG Live release on the same day. Why do they continue to cannibalize themselves? And all those feet, damn straight. But it's like, we're getting a new TCG Pocket set on the same day as Ascended Heroes. And it's like, why don't you let TCG Live have its moment? They're going after the wrong Pokemon. You're a pun. You're going after the wrong one. The Munkidori is not the threat here. The Munkidori is absolutely not the threat. I think that's the one Pokemon you should not have gone for. When you have 3 ability Pokemon in play, Munkidori is not who you should be targeting. Do they have to go get like a Fez or something? Because you think if they had the other energy, they'd slap it down. Don't put the Belly Bolt in play. What are you doing? Oh my god, what are you doing? So I have game on board now. Like, we're knocking out the Voltorb, and then all I have to do is knock out a Belly Bolt and 2 Kilowattrel. But this is the reason why I didn't think we'd be making a Gliscor videos, because it's like, I lose to any deck playing Munkidori, like more than one copy. I lose to any deck playing Dragapult, which is, those are like the 2 top decks played right now on live. And then, of course, we actually end up getting a bunch of good games. So what should the title of this video on the VOD channel be? Like, Gliscor is the last good new... Gliscor is the last good new Phantasmal Flames card. So that's what I came up with first. So Gliscor is the last good new Phantasmal Flames card. Playable. How about playable? Fine. But no, because good makes people want to click on it and be like, hey, what's this card? Leah, we've been over this. The YouTube audience is not intelligent and do not get puns like that. They would not understand that. All right, so let's go get a Snorunt and I guess a Cleffa. So let's go Arven. I think I have, oh yeah, we have Unfair Stamp and Air Balloon. So let's go Air Balloon. I can do all the things, right? We don't need Munkidori to win. We just need Froslass to win the game. And Colt, exactly. Yeah, all we need to win the game is Froslass, so that's totally fine. And I know that the Unfair Stamp doesn't work because they have the Kilowattrel, so they'll be able to rebound from it like it's, oh my god. Okay, never mind. I was going to retreat into the Cleffa and, you know, maybe draw cards to buy myself a turn, but then we got literally 0 playable cards off the Unfair Stamp. My 1 prize card was better than the 5 cards we got off the stamp. Oh, this game. Triple Froslass is evil. But I think Gliscor is the last, you know, the last good. Yeah, I don't want to put best because that's a lie. I only like lying when it's to women, and my audience is only 5% women, so it doesn't really work. They keep doing the same thing. Okay, go for the Froslass this time. There we go. They learned their lesson, but they left a Gliscor alive, and I can just bring up this Belly Bolt, and they can't do anything. So they should have gone for the Froslass last time, but then this time they should have probably gone for the Gliscor, because now I have 3 counter catcher in the deck. And Kelsey, true. But hey, men are better than women. You know, I'd rather stand in a circle with men and be jerks with each other and just, you know, jerk each other off and just, you know, make fun of each other than, you know, do that with a group of women. Am I right? Foot cam, not a face cam, foot cam. Like, you see how good Belly Bolt can be post-rotation, right? Obviously, it's not necessarily shining bright like a diamond right now, but it's definitely a thing that could exist post-rotation, especially when you add Canary to the mix. All right, so let's go get a Snorunt. Oh, Ting-Lu would be hilarious right now, but I don't have it like that. Oh, Destiny, believe me, they are. They are. What's the quote from Homer? Women will like what I tell them to like. All right, so yeah, let's get the Air Balloon because we might get Iono or something. I don't think women want to get blasted in the face by a shotgun, Homer. Women will like what I tell them to like. All right, do you have 4 energy? You have 0 energy in the discard pile and you've blown your entire load. And Warp, welcome in. You've joined at a great time. Trust your pilot is being misogynistic. Trust your pilot is saying bad things about women. Don't worry, I say as many disparaging things about men. If not more. See, that's why I didn't go and get the de-evolution, because I knew they were going to Iono me. See? Genius level intellect. And I prefer Frieza over Cooler. Okay, so this is actually kind of cool, because they're going to be able to Levincia now. I completely forgot about this combo. They can get rid of 2 energy off of the double Kilowattrel, Levincia the 2 back, and then Thunderous Butt. That's really cool, but then they can't attack next turn and then I just win. But, like, that's still really cool. And TQ, hey, if you gift 100 subs, anything's possible, am I right? Yeah, just like the more I think about Iono's Belly Bolt Kilowattrel with a Raging Bolt, it just seems so much better. A little late on the battle cage. little late on the battle cage. Well, I think we just win regardless, right? So, because we don't have the energy and I don't feel like pretending that I can just use Arven for it, I'll, oh my god, we gotta sit through this again. Oh god. Oh god. This game is horrible. I had someone on the YouTube channel say, you know, if you hate this game so much, why do you keep playing it? The jokey answer was, you know, Stockholm Syndrome. The other answer is there's no other option. It's like, why do I keep playing this game if I don't like it? Because there's PDC Geo doesn't exist. And people get mad at me when I play TCG Pocket. So I could de-evolution. Let's do it. We haven't de-evolutionified anybody this stream yet for a meaningful amount. So let's do it. I guess I probably should have had the win-loss counter on screen, right? Because we're doing pretty well. Like, I am the master at baiting and spreading cheeks. I know when a spread deck is going to be good. And Warp Genju? Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. But, like, people get mad. Oh, my God. I only play 8 energy in the deck and we prize 3. Love this game. Yeah, like, I want to play TCG Pocket more. You know, I'd have to spend money on someone to make me, like, an overlay for streaming. Oh, yeah, I can't wait to spread those hippo cheeks, is what I said to I Am Legend's mom last night. But, like, I am the master at spreading, because if you ever face someone on PTCGO playing a Tapu Koko spread deck with the Tapu Lele that moved damage counters, and you lost, that was me. It had, like, a 95% win rate against all the decks. The only deck it lost to was Zoroark GX because of stupid Acerola. If it wasn't for the stupid Acerola, it would have a 100% win rate against everything. Yeah, if you ever faced some jerk, you know, going down 5 prizes and then winning on the last turn with a counter energy Tapu Lele, that was me. Uh-oh. All right, so I think we just got to go for it in this situation, right? We just got to... Yeah, we just got to go for it. Go Artazon. Artazon helps us out, because this is probably Dragapult, if I had to guess. The only thing that would have made this hand bet... Oh, we're probably going to get item locked, so I should have played with my balls. But it doesn't matter. So yeah, so talking about next week a little bit, I do want to revisit Alakazam EX, because Wanderous Patch does make it better. Right? You can play Mystery Garden, you know, play Mimikyu, play Klefki. I just don't know if 120 damage is going to be enough. Like, it knocks out Munkidori, but, like, is Mimikyu enough to win the game? I don't know. We'll find out. And then I'll revisit Gengar, because when I played Gengar the first time, that was with the lead deck or whatever it was. It wasn't the full Phantasmal Flames format. I mean, it had pretty much everything already, but, like, I didn't play Gengar with Sharknado. I'm saving Gengar Zoroark for when End Zekrom comes out, because that could actually be a good thing. Probably not based on Japanese results. No, I gave you way too much room to enjoy that deck. And Sprigatito EX doesn't rotate until next year, so I'm not playing that this year. Okay, I mean, if they only have the one Duskull, that's really good, because if I can just go Fighting Energy Gliscor, we might be able to do some things. Probably not, but we might. And does anyone have any suggestions for the third deck to play next week? Because Gengar and Alakazam are kind of locked for that. And I already have an idea for a title. I was thinking Mega Charizard, but like a bad version of Mega Charizard without regular Charizard EX, just to see how that goes. All right, so let's put another Munkidori. I know I'm taking a risk here by putting a second Munkidori down, but it'll be fine. What are you worried about? I should probably put a Budew into play, though. Just in case. Just in case PTCGL hates my face here. And then there was that whole, hey, what if we put Mega Lopunny and everything? Well, this kind of worked, I guess. Not really, but, I mean, I'll take it. So we go Darkness Energy. I think we Earthen Vessel just to get the Fighting Energy in the hand. And then we shut off their items. Obviously, they're going to have, you know, everything they need, but we're okay. No, something from Phantasmal Flames. Gigalith. Oh yeah, Gigalith. But again, Pokepad. That's the problem. And density, that's probably going to make the list. But again, Pokepad. I hate this limbo so much. Everyone tweet at the official Pokemon account. I've got my terminal period, and the only thing that can fix it is a Pokepad. Will that be in Ascended Heroes? tweet that verbatim. Like the Gigalith deck. Yeah, I have a great list for Gigalith, and we could play it right now, but Pokepad makes it 10 times better. The Tool Drop Garbodor deck, or whatever the attack name is. Well, create an alt account. And then Pokepad. It makes Tool Drop Garbodor better. If this is in Ascended Heroes, it's like a 50-50 chancey. Then every pre-rotation deck gets different. Yes, that's the thing I just said. You can quote me on that one. Gigalith does 20 damage times the number of damage counters on all of your fighting Pokemon for a single fighting, and it's really good. But like it's not the best. But yeah, just Pokepad. This is the card. So pretty sure LDF already covered it. Yeah, but this is that's why we're waiting for Pokepad, because every single prize deck gets better. Which single prize decks? Well, I'm going to do all of them, because remember, rotation is going to happen between Ascended Heroes and Perfect Order, so that's when I have to do all the decks. So we're still just waiting for stupid Pokepad. The fact that they had to waste their Dusclops on a Gligar is kind of sad. Baby Among Us? Well, there's so many things I can do, right? It's just we have to wait. Will we get the stupid thing? Oh, why did I do that? That was dumb. I meant to attach the Darkness Energy. Don't worry about it. We'll be fine. And then, of course, we got a Gliscor. Don't worry about it. Everything's fine. All right, so let's get rid of that and that. And then we go for a Froslass. And they're not going to item lock me. And Leah, yeah, did that make the YouTube channel? I think it did. But that's another thing. We're losing superior energy retrieval. So like the baby Hydrapple that's discard 6 energy from your hand and knock out your opponent's active. Like I have to play that as well, because that's not really going to be playable post-rotation because we're losing superior energy retrieval. Just as soon as I know one way or the other that Pokepad is coming, or oh my god, it's not coming, then I don't, like, then I can make decisions. I can build decks. Yeah, edging out, there we go. Out of context, that's an amazing sentence. So I'm going to pin that one. And Destiny, it's a good idea, but like Volcarona and Cerula GX, I think are just better. Because I'm too lazy to actually put thought into that. But I see where you're coming from. So yeah, just Pokepad. That's it. That's another reason why I like why I'm so flaccid right now when it comes to playing decks. When it comes to playing with my deck, I'm so flaccid. And yeah, or make like a video and make me post it on YouTube or something. And Leah, well, it depends what's going to happen with Heatran. Because remember, there's a Mega Heatran, but it could end up being Metal type or Fire type. We don't know. Oh, I wonder if they see it. I wonder if they see it. I don't think they see it. I'm going to bring up the Pidgeot and trap the Pidgeot. Okay, they're going for the Froslass. That's annoying. How the hell did they get everything they needed? And Density, what are you talking about? I always pronounce your name correctly. Okay, so we just go get the Froslass back, we counter catcher the Pidgeot, and then we make them hate life. That's the life of a cheek spreader. Hey, we don't even need the counter catcher because we just have it in our hand, but we still have to thin the deck because, oh, we got an unfair stamp. That's even better. All right, so let's go Night Stretcher for Gliscor and then Night Stretcher for Froslass. And then if we get like a Darkness Energy off of the unfair stamp, that'd be fantabulous. But Destiny, I mispronounce everyone's names. It's always funny when we get like a new viewer and they're like, that's not my name. What was the song from like 20 years ago? That's not my age. That's not my name. I can't remember. They call me Stacy. That's the song, right? But yeah, I just do it to be annoying. You know, it's very boring being a streamer. So I just do things to keep myself entertained. And pro ugly, I always like exposing myself to new people. All right, so who do I beat? Who do I got to beat off here to win the game? All right, let me go Poison Ring. And you can't retreat your Pidgeot. And you better not have a freaking Turo scenario or I'm going to be super unhappy. Constantino, I'm going to pronounce your name correctly because that out of context, that's very funny. Oh, I'll do you next. I'll do you twice next. I don't know. I'm sorry. We're going to revisit everything. If Pokepad comes out in Ascended Heroes, every deck that you can think of, I will be revisiting that is playable. Okay? I'm very excited if Pokepad comes out, but we still don't know. No one has opened any Ascended Heroes packs. We're just waiting. My toes are crossed. I want Pokepad in Ascended Heroes because then it makes all my pre-rotation decks so much more interesting. You want me to unite the Wangs? Oh, you know what's funny? Dartrix is going to be in Standard. Oh my god, of course. Wait, they didn't go after the Froslass. What the hell? Why would you go after the first Froslass but not the second one? Leia doesn't have an H in it. Leia's L-E-I-A. I know, that's a special skill that I have. That and being able to fit 11 toes in my mouth. Yeah, it's kind of funny because like the Dartrix is an H block card, but all the United Wangs cards are G block. It's sort of like how there's that Spiritomb that shuts off V abilities that's still in Standard right now. And also Choice Band is plus 30 to Vs when there's no Vs in Standard. So it's just, again, it's so funny that they print these counters and then the counters ended up doing, you know, nothing helpful at this point. It's like, we have 2 cards in Standard that have no use. And it makes no sense. Also, if they were smart, they would end up attacking with Pidgeot to get rid of the Area 0. Because remember, Blustery Wind discards a stadium, so they could... oh my god. Look at this. There's 2 problems on their side of the field. This Charizard's damage counter is in the wrong spot, and this one has an arrow covering it. PDCGL is such a well-made game, isn't it? I say this every day. PDCGL is such a well-made game. All right, let's go. Yeah, we're gonna... I don't know. Sure, let's put the Gligar down. I don't care. Okay, so let's go Lily's Determination. I would very much like a Snorunt. Not if it means I have to do that. Okay, well, hang on. Let's see. If I bump the Area 0, what do? They probably end up sucking a butt, and I don't know if I want that to happen. Right, like I'm doing a hundo to the Terapagos. So am I just setting up for like a de-evolution play? So I think we keep the Area 0 in play, because once I knock out the Terapagos, Area 0 is going away anyway. And I do knock out the Terapagos with Poison and Froslass and Munkidori pings. So I kind of get the option anyway. Because they can't retreat the Terapagos. Oh, they have Terrazard. Right. Thank you. Thank you. I forgot about the Terrazard. It's just, you know, there's so many things going on. The damage counter on the Terrazard is in the wrong spot. And result, Pokepad is going to be the #1 best card in Ascended Heroes if it's in Ascended Heroes. The problem is we don't know if it's in Ascended Heroes. Okay, so they'll probably just go for bosses. I imagine this will be a bosses for the Froslass. But then I can go like Perilous Jungle or something. I don't know. I don't quite know what the correct play is here. And Leah, they didn't get bosses. They went for Rare Candy Super. Wait, why'd they go for Rare? Oh, for the Charmander. Does that mean they're out of Gust? They're down 1 bosses and a Prime Catcher? You'd think they'd have another bosses, or maybe it's a Counter Catcher. And maybe they prize the bosses or something, but you'd think you'd boss the Frost in this situation. And I am not going to apologize for putting the 70 hit point Snorunt as like my 3rd best card in Ascended Heroes. It'll be like #1 Pokepad, #2 Spectrier, #3 a 70 hit point Snorunt. And then I'll do like Mega Meganium and stuff. And like maybe Canaries in the top 10. But it's going to be a very weird top 10 best cards because some of the cards are not good. You know, they're not considered like top 10 material. Okay, well, they had the bosses. Okay, congratulations, you had the bosses. Envy? Well, yes and no. It has to have energy attached is the problem. If it wasn't for the fact that it needed to have energy attached to it, then I think it'd be a little bit better. Yeah. See, never gonna let me down. We're on the same wavelength. Okay, so in this situation, we go Luminous. I think I just knock out the Terapagos, right? Yeah, we just knock out the Terapagos with Munkidori Pings. And then we sort of see what... Oh, yeah, I gotta Luminous the monkey. All right, yeah, I gotta Luminous the other monkey, that's fine. So we do this and then we see what happens, because I don't have a supporter in my hand. If we had a supporter in my hand, I'd know what I'm doing. But we don't. And we still don't. Congratulations. All right, well, let's Ting-Lu it up in here. Unless they promote, like, the Pidgeot or something. Unless they promote the Pidgeot, I think we're using Ting-Lu. Okay, they went for the Zard. So then we go... but the thing is I need to just de-evolution for game, right? But that's not even guaranteed. Right? Because that's a knockout on the Pidgey. How did I whiff this so badly? All right, let's put the Cleffa down. We'll go Air Balloon. I think we go Perilous Jungle. I know they're going to bump like the Fan Rotom or the Noctowl or something. I don't care. I need to draw an extra card. I need to get de-evolution because they don't have... yeah, it didn't work. Like, I needed to draw cards. Right? I think I have 12 supporters in this version of the deck. We've played 4, and we currently have 0. Oh my god. So the reason we lost this game is because I either play 11 or 12 supporters, and we've seen 4 of them. And our deck is almost empty. I mean, I did everything in my power to try and make that happen. So we're realistically in a situation... Ooh, okay, so if we can get the perfect top deck... And Tommy, I agree, but I haven't been able to play any supporters this game. You know, they targeted my Froslass, which was smart, but obviously I could have easily gotten them back if I had supporters. And Tommy, yeah, the thing is, I wanted to try and trap them. Like, I thought I was getting de-evolution, right? I thought I was gonna get a playable card off of both the Terapagos knockout and then the Cleffa, and I didn't. So, you know, I was banking on getting playable cards, and then PDC GL slapped me on the butt and said, "You're not ready." So, I mean, the strategy is obvious. Just countercatcher the Pidgeot again and try to win. Because this version does not have an Ursaluna in it, unfortunately. And they've taken twice the amount of time that I have. That's fun. Oh, and you won't get banned if you tell me the score in the Rams game, because it's probably going to be like 40-0 for the Rams over the Panthers. Because, I mean, come on, is there any chance that the Panthers score any points? That there's not. Okay, so I believe we don't shuffle the deck, right? Okay, well, then that changes things. Okay, so I think we just have to Arven for Countercatcher De-Evolution. And then Poffin for Snorunt. Countercatcher the Pidgeot, because we're currently not in a situation where we can win the game. Right, a De-Evolution wouldn't win it because this Zard has a Charmeleon underneath, so they'd just be able to re-evolve it and take the knockout. So I need to go get a Froslass, and then De-Evolution, and then we win. And they get the freaking Jet Energy, of course. You know what? You know what, Zard? You know what? I don't care that you're getting rotated in just over 2 months. Yeah. I don't care that your rotation is going to hit you like a sack of bricks. Like a sack of severed feet. Okay, remember, we have to click through 3 screens. 1, 2, 3. We're forced to click through 3 screens to get 100 crystals. And that is pathetic. All right, so let's go for the Alakazam build, which is not good. And I guess there should be a Uxie in here, just to say we have it. And remember, I have 12 supporters in this list. How do these cards synergize? Oh my god, they have a 0 ranking. They have a literal 0 ranking. Oh, we're going to put more things in place to make sure that the ranked format is more balanced. And density, then all hell will break loose. And Never Gonna Let Me Down. It's the closest thing we have to the Tapu Lele from way back when. My favorite card ever. Yeah. Someone who just started the game today is facing off against someone who is just a couple wins away from Master League. They really implemented that ranked version well, didn't they? Like, how many times have they said, "Oh yeah, we're undressing you in my mind, and also we're addressing the ranked." And Never Gonna Let Me Down. I will show you the booty of this Tapu Lele. Possibly my favorite card ever printed. All right, so let's go Luminous Energy, just in case they have a Budew. Let's go get... We prized 2 Gligar, by the way. That's fun. So it's from Ultra Prism. There was also a Psychic one that was... There's also a Psychic one that was a promo, but we don't talk about that one. It was too good. So this guy, Magical swap. So a counter energy, for those of you who don't know, it's sort of like a reversal energy, but it was 2 energy and it worked on basics. Oh, this is a free win. This is a free win. Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait. What? Yeah, this was a basic. And remember, back when this was printed, Pokemon had like maximum of 220 hit points. There was no 380 hit point megas. You know, the most played cards were like just around 200 to 250. And you could magical swap and it was amazing. It was my favorite card. And I should have gone for a Gliscor. Of course I didn't go for a Gliscor. Why would I do that? That would make too much sense. All right, so let's go Air Balloon the Monkey and then Lillie's Determination. Well, I think we're going to put the Cleffa down, even though it doesn't make any sense. And then Luminous, Cleffa for 3 cards. Okay, all right. All right, well, we got our monkeys set up. And you know what? Because I'm feeling nostalgic, and this ain't going on YouTube, you know, do you see how much more unhinged I get when I know the video's not going on YouTube? Like, this is like Pilot Unleashed today. No mercy. No, we give them no mercy. And this was the Tapu Koko. The Flying Flip Tapu Koko. Remember, we had double colorless in standard back then. And also counter energy worked with it. But look at how beautiful my boy is. Look at how beautiful. 20 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon. That is so beautiful. All right, so let's go Ting-Lu. We want to get a... you know what? Let's forego the Snorunt. And then we'll just go Iono. But yeah, Flying Flip, you had the Oranguru that put the swap the top... Or sorry, there was an Oranguru that drew you up to 3. So that was another cool card, is there was an Oranguru that just drew you up to 3 cards. And it was amazing. Okay, so do we get rid of the De-Evolution? I don't know what they're playing, but I think we do get rid of the De-Evolution. And I think I want double fighting. Yeah, double fighting. We go for the Ting-Lu. And then retreat. We just want to put the damage on the Baby Moon, because maybe that'll get knocked out due to poison at some point. And then Butt Scratcher. So yeah, just such a great card. And then there was the Instructor Oranguru, which was, you could do it as many times as you wanted. You could just drop to 3. So I played like 2. And then, oh, let me show you the Wheezing. Let me show you the Wheezing. This was another great spread card. So this was, this worked in tandem with Tapu Koko. This wasn't like, you could still play it on its own because there was Roxy and a whole other thing. But look at this guy. Look at, just read how good that card is. And Ryuichi, I think every grass deck will run Vivian because it's just really good, right? Being able to limit your opponent to very few cards is just really, really strong. All right, then we go Lilies. We fix PTCGL's brokenness. We fail miserably at everything. Hey, we can actually, we can just sacrifice the Cleffa. Yeah, I don't mind sacrificing the Cleffa right now. That'll go there. And then let us start building up. I mean, I think I want to go to Hooters. You know, they haven't taken a single prize yet, so I think that means we can go to Hooters and still enjoy the game. You know, chicken breasts aren't the only ones I'll be enjoying if we go to Hooters. All right, so just look at this. If it's in the active, 1 damage counter on each of your opponent's basic Pokemon between turns. If it wasn't for ADP making games last 4 turns instead of 6, this card would have been insane. But as soon as ADP came out and battles against single prize decks took 4 turns instead of 6. That just ended any hope of this being playable. But like, it's just so good. And then you pair it with Tapu Koko and you pair it with Tapu Lele. There was Spell Tag, which was like Vengeful Punch, except you got to spread the damage counters around. There was just so much goodness. All right. Thank you for giving me a free KO. Thank you. Thank you for letting me do this to you. So, you know, when I say that I'm the master of spreading cheeks, I'm not joking. I am the absolute master when it comes to baiting and spreading damage counters like their cheeks. Because that was my deck on PTCGO. Is all I would do was just spread cheeks all day and just enjoy the benefits. And I was very annoying, but I enjoyed it. You know, you're not annoying if you enjoy it. Flying flip, baby. Oh, those 2 words make my feet so wet. You have no idea, Clamburglar. You have no idea what you just did to me, Clamburglar. Everyone ban Problem Child. I'm kidding. Problem Child isn't subbed, so they can still give me money. All right. I guess I just knock out the Hoot Hoot, and then we just knock out the Petron, and that's game. And then we teach Freedom Arrow that this game is pain. Because remember, I always tell new players, hey, don't go into ranked, or don't go into casual, go into ranked, because there's more balance in ranked. You're not going to face someone who just started the game yesterday. Or you're not going to face me in ranked, and then someone who just started the game today is facing me in ranked, because again, PTCGL is so well made. But in casual, you'll face more tryhards with fully blinged out decks than you will in ranked. Like, ranked is still stupid in PTCGL, and it's still horribly broken, and I can't believe they're going to be adding more cards to this game when they still can't even fix the cards that they have added. But it's still better to play ranked than casual if you're new. Even though it's not perfect. I forgive Freedom Arrow for not conceding because they clearly don't know that I'm about to win next turn. Like, I have game on board. Ow. I have game on board with, well, not Ting-Lu unless I get an energy, but I have game on board with Munkidori. So there's not much they can do here. Freedom Arrow, if you're watching the stream, if you DM me feet pics, I'll concede and let you win the game. I think that's a fair trade. I think that's fair trade, like the chocolate that I'm drizzling on my toes right now. But are you a tryhard? I don't know. If your deck is fully blinged out, I think you might be a tryhard scenario. You know, the first step is admitting it. We almost made it to Master League by beating someone off with a 0 ranking. That is so sad that this game would do that to Freedom Arrow. Freedom Arrow was just probably like, hey, I've played TCG Pocket. Oh, there's another game. I wonder what this game's like. I'm sure it's much more fun. And people say it's really easy to get into because they give us so many free decks. And then boom, facing the former #1 PTCGL player in the world. And then you cry and you're sad and then you poop your pants and then you're like, oh my God, not again. And then it's like, oh, well, Pilot has that effect on people. And you're like, oh, okay, well, then I feel kind of special. What do you mean jank? It's Froslass Munkidori with jank, okay? There's a difference. This isn't jank, this is Froslass Munkidori with jank. I resent that comment. Oh, we get donked, by the way, because we started our 30 hit point Pokemon. If they have a Switch and an Iron Valiant, we get donked because this is the first ever game we've started just a Cleffa. This is kind of pathetic. This is literally the first ever game with today that we started a Cleffa and nothing else. Okay, well, if they don't get it, it's hilarious. If they do got it, it's fine. So, I mean, they're definitely playing a donk deck. Like, this is their wet dream. It would be so hilarious if they somehow didn't get it. Okay, let's go for Iron Valiant, retreat into... Oh, they are absolutely creaming right now. Okay, what do you... You had it with an Iron Valiant. You just retreat into an Iron Valiant and you have it. They probably only had one Iron Valiant, and that's why they didn't do it. But yeah, I'll spare you the... I'll spare you. So I guess there's double good news, because remember at the start of the stream, I said that there's good news and bad news about my upcoming schedule. I guess the double good news is that I won't be playing TCG Pocket at any point over the next 3 months. So that's good news, right? Because the next TCG Pocket set is the same day as Ascended Heroes. And then I have all the Ascended Heroes decks in pre-rotation, and then it's Perfect Order. And Tommy, oh, in Expanded, they're a lot worse than True Expanded. You know, back in the day, there was back on PDCGO, there was Fast Raid Latias, there was the Pheromosa with Beast Energy and Plus Power and Muscle Band. So I imagine if we were playing True Expanded, you can probably do about 220 damage turn 1 going first in Expanded now, right? Because let's do the math. Okay, so Pheromosa GX. Oh, with Premium Power Pro and Marshadow. Okay, so let's do the math. Let's say you have a Marshadow GX and Premium Power Pro, and you copy Pheromosa. That's 30 plus 120, so that's 150. Plus Power is another 40, so that's 190. Muscle Band is 210. Perilous Jungle and Brute Bonnet is 250 after you take in the extra 10 damage of poison. And then with Venture Bomb, if you hit all 4, that's another 80. So you can actually do over 300 damage on turn 1 going first in Expanded. True Expanded. So like if they just started the Raging Bolt, I could win the game if I was going first. Obviously everything would have to go right, but like it's not impossible. And that's crazy to say out loud. That I can do over 300 damage turn 1 going first. Because PDCGL is a fair and balanced game. And I guess... Oh, this is a rough matchup though, right? I guess I have to get the Monkey. I have to Luminous. And then we have to put the Air Balloon on the Gligar. And yeah, let's just Lilies. So I guess I can just get Arven and go for like Budew. Yeah, we'll get the De-Evolution. And we go Snorunt. Oh, we prize 2 Gligar again. And I think Budew makes more sense in this situation. And then we go Retreat, Itchy Balls, and there we go. Now, what I want to do, obviously, is bring the Latias into the active and trap it with Gliscor. But that would require them to lose their Prime Catcher. And also that would require me to have more than 1 Gligar in the deck, but of course BDCGL hates me and prize 2 of them. Still, you know, as long as I can get set up, we might be okay. What the hell? What? No, you did that in the wrong order. I think they did that in the wrong order. Are you about to concede in shame? You did that in the wrong order. Oh, there's going to be so many people with the Meowth EX. You can tell who's a new player and an old player when they... Oh, no, because Nest Ball's gone. I was going to say, because Meowth EX, it has to be played from hand, but with Nest Ball rotating, it'll only be Ultra Ball findable, so it's not really something to worry about. All right, well, let's do the thing, I guess. Oh, that's not fun. Okay, so let's go Artazon for, I guess, Munkidori, because we can always Poffin for Snorunt. I don't think they're playing any evolutions, so I will waste the de-evolution. Let's go Lily's Determination. Hopefully we don't get screwed over here. Wow, we got super screwed over here. All right, so let's go Nest Ball for Snorunt. And if I play with my balls and we do that and that, we get rid of Froslass. Or we put Froslass in. Actually, we could go for Ting-Lu. But then I don't have a Froslass for next turn. And I don't have a TM Evolution in the deck. But I do have an Unfair Stamp. So I think we go for Ting-Lu, force them to get rid of 2 energy, and see what happens. Because I'm going to play it a bit loose and risk here. A bit loose and risky. It's just how I like my women. And Tommy, no. No, we'll find out. So yeah, I think we know like 30, 40 cards from Perfect Order. Then the remainder will be revealed on Friday. I'll have the video up on next Saturday or Sunday. And pretty much every card in the Japanese set that's being announced on Friday will be in Perfect Order. It's very confusing how they decided to release the cards, but pretty much every card I'm covering in next weekend's video is going to be what Perfect Order is. So we'll pretty much already know every card in Perfect Order except for like 8 of them. And those 8 that we're missing are probably just going to be like random reprints like Judge and Crushing Hammer, unless those are in Ascended Heroes. Again, there's just so much we don't know about Ascended Heroes, and it's really annoying me. Because I like to get it up really early and then finish before people even know what's happening. But the Pokemon Company isn't letting me do that. Wait, is Carolina winning? Is Carolina actually making it a game? Okay, all of their Pokemon except Raging Bolt have abilities. Are we about to get out their Prime Catcher? Really? But Carolina didn't even have a winning season. They had to rely on it. They lost their win in-game, and they had to rely on Atlanta to beat the Saints. And they're winning against the Rams, who everyone said was like the best team in football. Oh, man, I can't wait, because I'm probably going to post the VOD for this in a little bit. So people watching the VOD, you already know if Carolina won. Oh, and I know it's targeted, but I am featured on the rotation news thing on Twitter. So technically I'm famous. Technically I am famous because Elon decided to... Okay, well, the game's still going on. The Panthers are not going to win. And Gardis, you're just salty like the tears. You're just salty like the tears. And Clamburglar, but it's an imperfect system, right? There's no good way to do it. There's no true good way to do it, unless she's got a bag over her head. Just because they want to reward you for winning your division, right? Because your division could be really tough, where you're all evenly matched and you all go, 2-2 against each other, or 3-3, or whatever it is. And it doesn't mean your division is bad. It just means you're all really good. But obviously, in the case of this year, everyone's really bad. But like, it doesn't inherently mean that you can suck my butt. Okay, so we'll go Arven for Unfair Stamp, because we just got it like that and we're golden. And then I think we go Air Balloon, Unfair Stamp, and take a chancey. And get antsy in my pantsy. Okay, do we have a fighting energy in there? We do not. I think we just go retreat into the Cleffa. The good old retreat into the Cleffa. Actually, yeah, we bring up the Noctowl, because the Noctowl doesn't have free retreat. Because it's like, if I bring up a basic, they just retreat it with Latias. So either we force them to attach an energy, which doesn't allow them to attack with Raging Butt unless they have a Sada, or we force them to use the Prime Catcher, which is what we want to have happen. So currently they don't have an attack. Obviously they're probably going to manufacture it, but we're in a pretty decent position now, even though we've let them take a couple prizes. Oh, and in terms of the schedule next week, I guess I shouldn't stream on Saturday. I'll leave myself a note because that's Toronto Regionals. So it should probably be like Monday, Tuesday, Thursday for streams. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday for stream schedule. Toronto Regionals on Saturday. And yeah, it also starts on Friday, I guess, too, right? So yeah, Gengar, Alakazam, and then like there's a couple wacky ideas I have. One of the wackiest ideas that I'm sure For the Win is probably listening. For the Win's definitely lurking here and hoping that I slip. Usually he hopes that I slip a toe into his mouth, but this time he's hoping that I slip and reveal a spicy deck combo I've been working on. So something I've been working on that would be a good YouTube title, but like I want to win a game with it. Hang on, where the hell did it go on my desktop? I got to sift through all the damn feet picks and get distracted by those. So this guy. I can give this guy... Oh my god, they didn't get it. That's insane, they did not get it. Okay, so let's go boom, boom. I can give this guy 1,000 hit points, which is hilarious. But yeah, we'll do that. So I want to knock out, I guess the Latias is the thing I want to knock out, because that's the most annoying thing. Or maybe it'll get them worried about what I can do here. And then we go Grasping Draw. Just to draw more cards with Mew, I guess. So this guy. I can give this thing 1,000 hit points. But, like, I want... Again, this is another Poképad situation. I did a little bit of testing, and it's like you really just want to have Poképad to find it and rare candy into it. But I can very easily give this 1,000 hit points because Reversal Energy works on it. I can put Power Glass on it. So I have ideas, but I think, again, this is another wait for Poképad situation. Because you can very easily... Yeah, I mean, obviously the other Conkeldurr is better, but this one I can get a YouTube title out of it. You know, I gave this Conkeldurr 1,000 hit points? Oh my god, Ermagerd, I gave this Conkeldurr 1,000 hit points! So that's the whole strat. Wait, why didn't the... Wait, what? Why didn't the ability activate? Oh, they played Nest Ball. I thought it was played from hand. I wasn't... I was too busy staring at the Conkeldurr's penis head. Because remember, Conkeldurr is a penis. There's a condom on its head, and it's all purple and veiny. And Razul, that's very mean, Razul. That's very mean. Let's, I mean, I don't have to do anything, right? I don't really have to do anything. Let's Squawkabilly. If you're not going to do anything, I'm not going to do anything. No, we are not mean to the streamer, okay? We are nice to the streamer. We do not gnaw on Kitty's ear. We pet the kitty. No, it'll be a hilarious video. Everyone's going to be like, oh my god, Pilot, you're so smart. Oh, this is better than anything For the Win's come up with. But like, I have to win a game, okay? I have to win a game with this deck with 1,000 hit points. I have ideas on how to make it work. And wow, we're just chewing through them like day-old socks. Do I win this turn? Hang on. Do I win this turn? Because we're knocking out the Chien-Pao. The Squawkabilly... Yeah, I think we win this turn, or at the very least, the start of next turn. This is kind of really sad, but you know, that's the way that... Oh no, we just win. Yeah, we win this turn. That's really sad. We wiped their entire butt. We took 5 prizes in one turn, and it was not... I didn't even break a sweat. My toes are... Well, they're wet, but that's because of the lotion, not because of the sweat. Oh wait, no, we win next turn. Sorry, we're 1 damage short. We're 1 damage counter short. And see, there's all the Gligar. There's all the Gligar. I knew they were here somewhere. But like, if you were to see my Limitless page, I have so many decks prepped for rotation. Like, I'm gonna revisit Cloth. I know you all miss Cloth as much as I do. You know, there's the low kicks that kind of maybe might work with Punk Helmet and Toxtricity. There's Porygon Z with Meganium. That's another cool thing. Yeah, I got the Gigalith deck. I got, you know, that Scolipede. It's just, again... Okay, Clam Burglar. Clam Burglar. How dare you? So I have so many good ideas, and every idea I come up with is good. We can all press 1 if you agree that every idea I've ever had is great. It's just the damn Pokepad. Thank you. See, now you're back in my good graces. Handsomest PDC jail player, you're done. Ban them. Let's play Ambipom. Okay, so this wasn't my idea. When this doesn't work, remember, this was a Japanese player's idea. So this isn't my fault if we lose. But it's always fun right before rotation to, you know, look back at the cards and like, oh, hey, this card that was unplayable when it came out 2.5 years ago, now it can play with its PP and it gets it up really hard. So it's like, yeah, just a random fighting. There's probably just some... This would have been a great starting hand if this was a Apom and a Snorunt. But there's probably like some random fighting type from Scarlet and Violet base set that we've completely forgotten about that with Premium Power Pro and Mega Lucario is actually playable. We just went from a playable hand to whatever hell the hell this is. What? Wait, what? Did For the Win or Little Dark Furry make a video on Iono's Belly Bolt or something? Or did the algorithm hit my preview video? Because this is the second Iono's Belly Bolt deck that we've played. And I haven't played an Iono's Belly Bolt deck against one in like 3 months. And then we hit 2 in the same day. That is, as the kids would say, that is 6-7. All right, so let's go Buddy-Buddy Poffin. We know from last time all our strategy has to be is just Snorunt and Snorunt. But let's go TM Evolution. Our hand is kind of crap though, right? Our hand kind of sucks. Oh yeah, I always forget. This card is going to be really good post-rotation. Because remember that Meowth EX is a colorless, Blood Moon Ursa Luna, Noctowl, the Dunsparce, Squawky Billy's rotating. So there's like 4 top-tier colorless Pokemon that are going to be shut off by this. Is Fan Rotom rotating? Because that would also be another thing to shut off. No, Fan Rotom's an H block, so that's staying. Yeah, just it's been around for so long, it's tough to remember sometimes, you know. In my old age, it's tough to remember. But yeah, Team Rocket's Watchtower is going to be a very, very good card post-rotation. Wait, why the hell do they have... Oh, I was like, why do they have Fighting Energy? Right, they're playing the Raging Bolt build. And Clam Burglar, how long have you been waiting to say that one? Okay. That's cool. A while. Okay, well, we can Budew them. I don't know if that's going to help us, because... Oh, never mind. Never mind, we just have the Budew. There you go. Okay, so we have a turn. Not a good one, but we have a turn. Yeah, you must have like a whiteboard or something just of these terrible sayings like, oh, he mentioned the thing, time for joke number 69420 to tell this joke. You just have you have them all like color coded and stuff. All right, as long as they don't get an Air Balloon or a Belly Bolt EX, we should be fine. because they can still retreat. So this is not Gliscor, this is Ambipom. Ambipom for an Ignition Energy, which you have to discard anyway, does 60 to 2 of them, which is worse than a Dugong that came out like 5 years ago, because, you know, power creep is not real. And remember, I have 12 supporters in this deck, 11 now, but I have 12 supporters, and this is how things are going. But I think we just win because we got a monkey. And that Kilowattrel is not long for this world. And Parrot Man? No, this is a Froslass build. So yeah, you don't play with the Hot Lucha. Speaking of Hawlucha, I will play Mega Hawlucha, because again, there's like 70% of the meta is really bad for Mega Hawlucha, but like 30% is really good, right? As long as you don't face any decks playing Munkidori or Froslass or Dragapult or Budew, as long as you don't play any decks playing good cards, Mega Hawlucha might be a thing. And in case you've forgotten, let me just pull it up on screen. I should have it. I imagine I have it saved somewhere. Don't worry, just expert streamer here. Oh, God. Expert streamer. Lowest HP Mega, by the way. Starmie has 260, but this is the lowest HP Mega. Okay, so Hawlucha, let us, I guess, start piling up on the Raging Bolt. Because I don't really need to do anything else. Only if there's a stadium in play, though. And, like, powering it up isn't going to be very easy either, because Barbaricle's not out until Perfect Order. So, yeah, obviously when Barbaricle comes out, that makes it a lot better, because Barbaricle's just energy acceleration, and that's really cool. But, like, it does 120 damage for 3 energy on a 3-prize Mega if there's no stadium in play. And its ability is a coin flip. It's not guaranteed. And even if you flip heads and they have a Froslass in play, Hawlucha's knocked out. Okay. Why didn't you use the Prime Catcher? And I'll show you what Larry's skill issue does. I don't know why they didn't use the Prime Catcher to do literally anything. But there you go. Discard your hand. Go get a Pokemon supporter and Basic Energy. I don't know why they made it supporter. It should be Pokemon, Item, Tool, Basic Energy. Like, it should be like Secret Box, but like slightly less powerful, I guess. So like it could, like, if they just changed supporter to Item, right, or Trainer, it would have been so much better. By the way, that's our first actual good card this entire game. All right, so let's go for another Munkidori. Hopefully I get an energy or else might lose this game. Hopefully we get an energy or I might just, you know, lose the game. Well, that's not the energy we wanted. Okay, so let's go Artazon. Maybe they'll take the bait. We do need a Darkness Energy next turn, though. So let's, yeah, let's just keep building up that guy, I guess. All right, if I don't get a Darkness Energy or a Luminous, we are pretty much losing the game. Or at least we're losing a Munkidori, but that's fine. In which case, I think I take this Munkidori and heal this one and let the 40 damage one go. I think we sacrifice this one to let this one live. Because then that has a better chance of doing the thing. Did they just tiny charge? Did I just get tiny charged? How dare you? How dare you? Don't you know who I am? How dare you do that to me? You'll regret that, Lopo. I'm gonna lop off your head. I don't know. Well, there's an Arven. I mean, I guess we're playing it. There's an Earthen Vessel, but do we even have a Darkness Energy? We do! Oh, there's a Neutralization Zone in the deck, too. Don't pay attention to that. There's also a Crisis Punch. Don't pay attention to that one either. There's also a Crisis Punch. Don't pay attention to that one either. All right, so we go Earthen Vessel, away the Poffin. Go get the Darkness. And then win the game. It's so simple. Such a simple strategy. You'd think an idiot came up with it. All right, so we just want to start loading up, blowing our load on the Raging Bolt. And then we Budew. Okay. So we have a De-Evolution KO on... We have a De-Evolution... I just want to click on the... Okay, the Tadbulb is knocked out, and so was the Watch Roll. That's what I'm trying to get at. The PDC Jill would not let me right-click on this, so the Tadbulb is knocked out, the Watch Roll is knocked out with a De-Evolution. But I really would like to Ambipom. That would be swell. And 4 Wet Lights. I would like to meet the person who thought a name of 4 Wet Lights was a normal thing to do. Is it a reference to anything? 4 Wet Lights. It's like an anime thing? It's like a One Piece thing? Because I've never watched One Piece. Probably like an anime thing. All you kids in your animes. You know, back in my day, we only had 2 channels, and we liked it. I should watch, oh yeah, just all 2,000 episodes. Oh my god, stop giving me all the damn Poffins. Okay, so let's go for... probably should have saved that. Okay, so we're going to go and get Counter Catcher and Hate Life. Sounds like a fun plan, doesn't it? All right, so we're going to go get an Apom. We're going to go get a Counter Catcher and a Air Balloon. Actually, do I have another Arven? No, we don't. So we'll go get Crisis Punch because it's funny. And then... yeah, we go Counter Catcher. I mean, I could use Astonish to put 20 damage on him, but that seems dumb. But then again, what in my life seems smart? But then again, what exactly in my life seems smart? Okay, so actually, yeah, we just need to knock out... yeah, I think we actually just go for the Belly Bolt now. Since they put another Belly Bolt in play, now we just go after the Belly Bolt. And we hit him with the old Retreat into the Apom. End turn. Because all I need to do to win is just knock out double Belly Bolt, so I can abandon the Raging Bolt strategy like it's an unwanted puppy who won't stop humping the couch. All right, and then we just win. Oh my god, we're going to have to Cleffa next turn. You know, it's kind of funny. Like, not only have I never played against Iono's Belly Bolt in the last 3 months, but we beat them both times. Right? And like, it wasn't even that close. Because I'm just that good. Because remember, I've talked about this. Remember, back on PDC Joe when I first started, my mantra was always count your opponent's prizes for them. And then my new mantra now is DM me feet picks. And also, in order to know how to beat someone off, you have to step into their metaphorical shoes. When Canary comes out, it might be. Well, I mean, I guess the correct thing to say is that when Canary comes out and rotation hits, it will likely be the best Lightning deck in Standard. Doesn't mean it's good, but it will probably end up being the best Lightning deck in Standard because Iron Hands is leaving. You know, Joltik will probably be something with Pikachu. But it's just, this seems like it could be the best one. You know, it's got a built-in draw engine. We're losing Iono, so you can play Judge to limit them as low as possible. You can play like Unfair Stamp if you want to. Because Kilowattrel is just insane draw, right? You get 3 Kilowattrel down, you're drawing up to 6 3 times. Tommy, I disagree because Iono's Belly Bolt can beat Manectric. That would be my counter argument, is that Why do they always target the... Why do they target the monkeys? The Froslass are the problem, not the monkeys. Miraidon EX is gone. Electric Generator is gone. Iron Hands is gone. I mean, that's really it, but like that's a lot. We're still going to have Pikachu. We're still going to have Joltik, but Iron Hands leaving is like the biggest thing. Okay, so we are abandoning the de-evolution play. That is for sure. And we just want to try to Ignition Energy all day. Of course. Whoop, never mind. We want that. So we want to go Cleffa. And then Air Balloon and Funky Kong. Let's put that there. And then retreat. Draw a bunch of cards. And, you know, if I can, okay? If the opportunity presents itself, I will Crisis Punch for game if I can. Okay, there's no guarantee because they have to have one prize card left. But I can one-shot a Virgin Raging Bolt. So if this Giraffe is untouched, we can knock it out. That is, you know, that's the whole reason you put that in here is like, if you play Ignition Energy, you may as well put in Crisis Punch, which is also going. And to that point, Tommy, I will have another rotation video up. So the last one was just like a quick preview. The next one will be fully in depth. And they keep targeting the monkeys. Parrot Man, what are they doing? Why do they keep targeting the monkeys? They should be targeting the Froslass. But yeah, so the next one is going to be more in depth because the reason I didn't do the full thing is because we didn't know what was in perfect order. And on Friday, we'll know everything in perfect order. Because I was like, well, what if they reprint Iono? What if they reprint Research? Doesn't look like they're doing that. So once we know everything in perfect order, I can say, okay, well, this is exactly what post-rotation is going to be. So it's like, it kind of sucks that the videos are releasing so close together, but you know, there'll be like a month apart and there'll be new information and I'll cover every single card rotating. All right, are we going to get our first Ambipom of the game? That would be super cool if we could do that. So let's go Counter Catcher. Can we get our first Ambipom? I guess I'll thin out a monkey if we have one. Nope. But I'm increasing my chances as high as they can go. Can we get our first Ambipom of the game, please? Thank you. All right, so I'm sorry. There's no Crisis Punch. There's no Donkey Punch today, but we did just win the game, which is kind of sad. Yeah, I'm never getting rid of that. I know it's annoying, but I'm never getting rid of it. Yeah, we have a different monkey. Pop quiz, why did Ash's Ambipom leave him? Or I guess the more accurate thing is why did Ambipom leave the anime? That's the question. Who's a degenerate? It's from the best block. The Diamond and Pearl block was the best one. You know, they made it too good. That's the problem, is they made Ash too good in the Diamond and Pearl block that they had to introduce Tobias, who had legendaries. It's like, oh man, we made Ash's team way too good. What do? I know, we'll introduce a dude that has Darkrai and Latias or Latios or whatever it was. And the fact that no one answered that question right away means you're all Googling it right now, and that's cheating. And you might not even be able to find the answer on Google, so that's even funnier. But the answer is the Ambipom went to play ping pong. Ambipom didn't want to, but Ambipom saw a ping pong table and was like, damn, I got to get in on that. Screw you, Ash. Parrot Man's a Gen Zer. I'm sorry, everybody. We have a new Gen Z viewer. Again, 12 supporters. How many games this stream? Like, it feels like half the games I've played. This is an auto win. Feels like half the games I've played today, unless they have a Munkidori, I've played at least 11 supporters, and we've had a 0 supporter hand. Kind of crazy. Okay, so we go Artazon for a Monkey, Buddy-Buddy Poffin for Snorunt and Cleffa. And well, as long as it's not the other way around, Parrot Man, then that's okay. Hey, see, and then after I complain, good things happen. See, this is why I always complain about the game, is because good things always happen when I do. So let that be a lesson. Always be complaining. ABC, always be complaining. All right, then we'll go for a Monkey because we're just gonna have it like that. I don't need to do all the things. We're gonna save the neutralization zone. We're gonna go to the bone zone later. Wow, this actually worked out really well. This actually went better than I could have imagined. So, yeah, I guess we just put double APOM down and just be like, yeah, sure. You know, Darkness Energy would have been better and not losing the Snorunt. I guess I could have ignitioned the Snorunt and retreated into a Budew just to shut off their items, because it's almost guaranteedly that they're going to have like an Earthen Vessel to get rid of a metal and then an Ultra Ball to get the metal in the discard pile and then do the thingy thing. Or they're just going to Iono me, whatever. That is perfect. See, this is the starting hand you want with this deck, not the neutralization zone. You want that later. I guess they realize they take a knockout via weakness, and that's bad. So I think they realized that they learned how to read. That's bad. The Snorunt's weak to metal. But just you wait, in just under 4 weeks, 3 weeks. Oh my god, seriously, 3 weeks? 3 weeks until Ascended Heroes? Yeah, 3 weeks until Ascended Heroes? Less than 3 weeks until Ascended Heroes. We're getting a 70 hit point Snorunt. And then you can't knock it out to Ralladon. Yeah. Yeah, then you got to deal with a 70 hit point Snorunt. Not gonna be so tough, are ya? Not gonna be so tough after that, are ya? Okay, so neutralization zone is currently useless. I think we sacrifice an APOM, and then we just like bring up a Genesect and try to, you know, Mountain Budew it for a little bit. So let's go. Yeah, we'll put the Munkidori down. We attach to the monkey, air balloon this monkey, Iono, and then hope for a couple Froslass. Okay, I mean, I'll take it. We do have to lose an ignition, but I think that's a fair trade. You know, just to get our first Froslass up and running, because they'll probably have a way to knock it out. But, you know, we're getting it going. We're getting it going. I'm always a fan of getting it up. Okay, so again, I'm going to try. If the opportunity presents itself, I will Crisis Punch. Okay, because we can do 280. Our Chaladon has 300. This is Kalos. So we can do this. That is the dream. But this will be the final game of the stream because I'm tired of playing this deck. It went fine, right? It's a spread deck. It worked. It did the thing. And unfortunately, we'll have to raid VOD House unless you want me to raid Spraydles to watch some TCG Pocket. So it's either you have to suffer with Video Game House or we raid Spraydles and Spraydles says my name and maybe people follow me. Because Spraydles is like the #1 TCG Pocket creator. And, you know, that's always nice when you can get free publicity without having to send people feet pics. And that's normally my go-to move. They're actually being smart. They're not evolving. So now what do I do? Oh yeah, I never noticed that. Yeah, they do. They have Astonish is the same exact attack. That's kind of lazy, but it's also funny. Okay, so I guess I just Artazon, and then we go Budew, Lilies, and then we just try to trap somebody. That's it. There's a counter catcher. There's a Froslass. There's an Ambipom. Everything is coming up Millhouse except the fact that we can't really do anything. But we can counter catcher the Genesect. We want to damage the Duraludon that's not the Duraludon. We want to damage that one. Yeah, it's an anomaly. It's an anomaly in this world. They can read and they can do math. And they understand weakness and resistance. This is not allowed. But as long as I can Iono them, we'll be fine. But the other thing is I'm using their strategy against them because their whole strategy was don't evolve into our Chaladon. And it was also don't put energy in the discard pile because we're not evolving into our Chaladon. But evolving into our Chaladon would get them out of the situation. So I've hoisted their own petard. And Clamburglar, that shouldn't be happening. It should have been, they have a monkey? Are you kidding me? But crap. So I have to get a dart. Okay, well, it doesn't matter. I was gonna say I have to get a darkness energy. It doesn't really matter anymore. Oh God, please tell me there's an earth. I'm taking a risk here. There has to be an Earthen Vessel in the deck. There's no Earthen Vessel. I think we lose. Oh, there's an Earthen Vessel. Okay. So we'll go get that. Yeah, I needed to get the Earthen Vessel. If we didn't get this, we definitely lose the game. So we target the monkey. We spank their monkey. And then they regret ever putting it into play. And God, this game is so perfectly made. It is so, so great. And the reason I didn't Iono, aside from the fact that I wanted the Darkness Energy real bigly, is we know they don't have a Darkness Energy in their hand. If I Iono them, they might get a Darkness Energy. So now they're relying on their top deck and, whatever supporter they get. So I was thinking, sometimes it's rare. It's rare like the steak that I cooked. Oh, okay. Wow, they had 0 energy in their hand. Did you see that? There was 0 energy in that hand. The item lock was goated. That was an insane research. They got Mawile bundle. They had double our Chaladon Squawkabilly. No energy in the discard pile. I think they might just concede at this point. Wait, why'd they put a metal energy? Oh, that's smart. See, that's smart. See, they're being smart again. They're not allowed to do that. Because this puts a metal energy in the discard pile. But the problem is that they have to accelerate it with our Chaladon. So it's smart, but it also comes at a cost. And there's the tripler, baby. Is it a little too early for the triple acceleration? It's never too early for the triple acceleration. Not when I can just win the game. All right, well, yeah, let's give them their items. Let's see if they can make a game of this. I don't think they can. They're just so bad at this game. They're just the worst at this game. They suck at this game. I'm amazing at this game. They have no chance. We're going to dual tail them. Well, these are all useless cards. All right, so then we go dual tail. And yeah, we get rid of that. Yeah, shut up. Then we do that and that. So there's the Fez. That's going to get knocked out very soon. And I think there's only 2 Munkidori. There's either 2 or 3. I think it's like 2 Munkidori, 3 Darkness, or 3 Munkidori, 4 Darkness. I think it's 3 Darkness. But you see, spread decks, as long as your opponent doesn't have Dragapult or 2 Munkidori, spread is still highly viable. Like Battle Cage, remember when Battle Cage was first announced, everyone was like, oh my god, Dragapult's dead. Dragapult's the worst. Dragapult's completely done. I was the voice of reason for the first time. Like, for the first time, I was actually like, hey, you know what? Actually, Battle Cage isn't that good. You know, it's like Psyduck. Psyduck is really good, but you have to play it. The difference is that bumping Psyduck is a lot harder than bumping just a random stadium. Right? I said, Dragapult is just going to start playing 2 Jamming Tower. Grimmsnarl is going to start playing 4 stadiums. And Dragapult's going to be the #1 deck post rotation. It loses Hawlucha and Counter Catcher and Luminous Energy, but it gains Pokepad. So they'll just play more Crispin. So Crispin will get it powered up. They'll have Neo Upper. They'll have Crispin, so Munkidori can be played. Just the loss of Hawlucha is going to be interesting, because then you can't just knock out a Psyduck willy-nilly. Tommy, I have yet to face a Dragapult deck where they didn't just have the Jamming Tower every time they've needed it. For Dragapult, stadiums are a good defense. Like, literally every time I think they don't have it, they always have it. Okay, I wonder if they realize that's GG. Because, yeah, they can't do anything. Yeah, that's GG right there, baby. Oh, geez, come on. There we go. I gotta give him a thumbs up on that one. We gotta give him the old thumbs up. And Clamburglar, thank you for ruining that for me. So you know what? I'm gonna ruin the Matrix for you. It was all a dream. Keanu Reeves was actually John Wick the entire time. Yeah, see, I used their strategy against them. Again, if you watched all the way through the VOD, tell me what my win-loss rate was, because it was pretty good, and I forgot to keep track. But, like, again, this could have very easily been a YouTube video. Oh, God, I love this game. Tommy Mac, you're not even subbed, Tommy Mac. You're not even subbed, and you want to be my friend? You know what? No, you don't deserve it. You don't deserve it, Tommy. So yeah, because this will be on the VOD, I will include the deck lists in the VOD. Normally I save them for the main channel, but for VOD exclusives, they stay there. But yeah, so I'm gonna raid and run. I don't want to talk to Video Game House. Only one. Oh, no, never mind. We'll do trash pulls. We'll raid trash pulls. They showed up in my recommended. We'll do them. I'm still gonna raid and run. So you'll have to represent. I know you will all represent this community gloriously. You will not embarrass me, and you will tell them that they're doing a good job, and you will not say anything bad about me or be weird. I know you'll represent me perfectly.